Good morning, everyone. Currently, the time is about 9:15 a.m. Eastern. We will begin live trading at 9:20 a.m. Eastern. So you got 5 minutes to grab yourself a cup of coffee, and then we're going to jump right into the charts, do some live trading and live markets. And over the course of the past year, we've worked our way up to 13 contracts. So any of you who've ever traded futures know that 2 points in the S&P is worth $100. Well, when you multiply that times 13 contracts, just 2 points, it's $1,300. But we'll be going for a lot more than 2 points today. Stick around, go grab that coffee, and be back here at 9:20. We'll be waiting.
Good morning. All right. So, how are things looking so far? I got everything going nice and early today. This was a good trade right over here, it looks like, on the NQ. We did have some, thank you, John. We did have some news come out this morning, and I believe we have more news coming out today, January 26th. Core CE price index came out as expected. Personal income came out as expected, and personal spending came out better than expected. Pending home sales coming out at 10 o'clock. And that's it for the news. Over here on crude right now, we have potential trade 84 up to it's 83 up to 91. Okay, and over over here on the NQ. Look at the leg right there. Look at that. And that. Huh. All right. So here we have it here on the NQ. We're looking for that to pull back up and test the ribbon. Oops, I did it again. Why do I keep doing that? Can't help myself. Here I gotta hit the start stream button. There we go. I'm remembering the stream today. That's good. Progress. Sorry. All right. I have all the links. Is the replays of that in the morning session? Okay, yeah, that's a different link. Steven, I'll have to send you that one. That is not one of the ones that goes out regularly. Yeah, I just saw your email. That's what I'm talking about, Steven. I don't know if you're even in here. Hang on. Let's see. It says you are. So, all right. I guess I should look and see who is in here right now. Hold it. See if anybody's in here for the first day of their trial. All right, not yet, but there's a lot of people coming in. All right, watch the NQ here, guys. We're testing a ribbon. The down close right there is a short on the NQ. I just shorted it, and here it is. It needs 8 ticks in profit to get the stop to break even. It's going to get down to 39.75 to get that stop to break even. Okay. 39.75. It's almost there. It should go all the way down to the price swing low. So should give us our goal for the day. There it is. Stop to break even. Lock in a point, and I'm out with a point. I know I'm going to be sorry I did that, but we're out with a point on the first trade. Okay, we ended up with nothing over here on the crude oil. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean, Dwayne. Yeah, yes. Hold on just a second. Let me go find it. It's on this one right here. Copy. And where is Telegram? Here it is. East. There it is. Okay. All right. So right now we're looking for this to pull back up and test the ribbon over here right now, and the Russell will pull back down and test the ribbon. For anybody that's in here in the live stream, I should probably say this now before I forget. Anybody that's watching in the live stream, to take a free trial with us, go here to mytradingview.com, mytradingview.com, click on this button right here. That will bring you to this registry page. There's no credit card required for the trial. You sign up for the trial today, you get to see the whole room today, not just until you get the goal. And you'll be able to activate your indicators. So go to this registration page after clicking this button from mytradingview.com. You'll go to this registration page. No credit card information, first name, last name, email, phone number. Make sure you give us your TradingView login ID. That's the ID. You hover over this right over here. That's what it says you're logged in as. That's right. All right, the Russell's about to give us a long trade right here. It's not there yet, but it's about to give us a long trade. It's got a low right here, 96.3. Add 8 to that. It's 97.1 is what we're buying on that. 97.1, and it just moved up and triggered us and put in a blue arrow and slipped us. Slipped us a little bit on that. I didn't get enough to get the stop to break even. If I would have gotten in right at 97.1, I would have been able to get my stop to break even, but I got 2 ticks to slip. So we're at 97.3. And to get the goal for the day, it needs to get to right here. right there to get the goal for the day. Okay. Now, after 4 ticks in profit, we're going to bump that stop to break even, like that. Stop is at break even. And we're up 4 ticks right now on the NQ from that last trade that we took back here on the NQ a few minutes ago. That's why we only need 16 ticks on this one to get the goal for the day. Okay. So I'm going to lock in just 1 tick on this. We should get up above the prior swing high, which is up here at 98.9. So right there is the swing high. So it's due to pull back once it gets up there. So I'm going to start locking in a little bit more on this. All right. Now we're at plus 10. And this is all we need to get the goal. So we're pretty close. I think we get out with plus 10. Yep, 10. All right, so we're still pretty close to getting the goal for the day. I thought I saw somebody type something in over in the live stream. Oh, it was Dwayne. Okay, good. All right, so we had 10 ticks here. Oops, and that is a blue. And that last one that we took way over here, right here, only gave us 4 ticks. Let me write those down. I haven't written anything down yet. So we are pretty close to getting our goal for the day right now. There's nothing here on the crude oil. We're going into a new trade zone on the crude. We didn't put in a higher swing here on the Russell. We have potential short setting up here on the ES, and we're in a no trade zone here on the NQ. So that's what everything's looking like now. Okay. All right. Now we don't have a lesson plan per se today, guys. This is Friday. Okay, and on day 5, we just traded. So that's all we're going to be doing today. That's what's in the plan: trading, answering questions. All right, so using the skills that we've gone over all week to just sit here and trade today. Okay. We need to put in a higher swing right here. We need to pull back up and ribbon right here. One side is there. We're going sideways over here. Okay. So we just barely have a higher swing right here right now. And I left something on one of my DOMs that just popped an alert up by accident. So on the ES, we changed directions right here. You see that? Okay, we changed directions right here. So now what we need is for it to actually test the ribbon. Right, it's 9:29, so it's just, yeah, we got about another minute before the markets actually open up. So what kind of activity we're going to have there in the next minute. But I just don't know. All right. Yeah, Dwayne, you know what? I'm not sure how that looks right now. I click on live streams. All right, there it does say live right now for us. Live streams. Yeah, okay. All right, so on the ES right now, we have a high right here of 1875. So we're gonna sell 1675 right now on the ES. Now the markets are about to pop open right here, so have your finger on the cancel button or on the break even button, one or the other, because when the markets open up here, I believe things are going to get a little more active, and they just did. So finger on the O, and it gave me way there on a stop. So let me hit that and put the stop back where it's supposed to be. Okay, I just did. So we only need a couple of ticks on this. 4 ticks would do to get the goal for the day. We are pretty close to getting the goal right now, and the indices seem really undecided here about what they're going to do. Are they going to go up or down? Down is what I want. It should go down to the weekly trading zone. Yeah, I should go through this swing low down to the weekly trading zone is what should happen with this. Just went right into a no trade zone. It doesn't change anything when I'm in the trade. Right? And there it is. I'm flat with a stop out. Okay, it never did go far enough into the direction of the trade to get the stop to break even. And that was a blue arrow. Darn it. Blue arrow. All right, well, watch the NQ over here. We'll probably get this right back. Watch the NQ over here while I'm watching it. The NQ should be going up. You gave a green arrow, but it should be going right up to the weekly trading zone is what it should do right here. I'm still watching it. The crude oil is putting in a higher swing. That should give us something here in a minute. And no trade zone, no trade zone, no trade zone. Coming out of the no trade zone on the crude, coming out of the no trade zone on the Russell. Now on the Russell, we don't need to actually hit the ribbon here because we were in an uptrend to begin with on the Russell. Okay, we're in an uptrend to begin with on that thing. It'd be nice if it did pull back and hit the ribbon, but we don't have to. Here. Lock in, well, probably nothing now. I was going to lock in 10, but I'm probably going to end up with nothing on it. Getting ready to lock in 10 right there, and I end up with nothing. It went all the way up there. It just went fast. I didn't have a chance to do anything with it. I put that break-even trade on. Got another trade here right now. Okay. Again, I'm not doing anything with this other right now, that blue one. And put the break-even thing on here. So you can all see that. I had a blue arrow there that went pretty good, a blue arrow here that went pretty good. I didn't get either one of those. So the Russell's going up, the NQ is going down, and the ES is going sideways so far. Good morning, Terry. News in 30 minutes. Yes, existing home sales, right? Isn't that what it is? Watch the NQ on the down close. There is the down close on it. Now, it did go enough to get stopped to break even. If you got into it, it was really fast. So you had to be on top of your game, and I was not. I'm still looking at the Russell over here. I'm still thinking Russell. And it's going up to the high of the day again. The high of the day on the Russell. This is where it should go up to again, right in here. Okay. The ES is going up and the Russell's going up. That's why I'm kind of ignoring the NQ right now. Okay. I just got in the Russell right here. Needs to go 4 ticks into profit. 4 ticks into profit. And come on. Get that push up to the high of the day. Nope. Another stop up. Well, that is unfortunate. I'm back to 0 on the Russell right now. Hang on. Don't let it get you down. All right, this green arrow over here that I didn't get, it's got to put in a higher swing before I can trade in that direction again. Okay. The crude oil starting to pull back. We don't have a trade there yet. The ES is, the outer bands are separating, but it's still in a no trade zone. So we're so close to getting our goal for the day. We're 6 ticks away from getting, or 4 ticks away from getting it. 6, 4, something like that. We're pretty close to getting our goal for the day, and we didn't end up getting it, sadly. All right, but get ready because I think we're going to have another shot here from the NQ in just a minute. It's going right at the weekly trading zone, so maybe not. Maybe not. Well, I gave the green arrow. I wasn't expecting the green arrow that deep into it right there. Well, it is a trade here. I'm bringing it over. I'm showing you my stops at break even. Here it is. Stops at break even. I'm trying to bring it over and show it to you. All right. And I think I'm going to pull 2 out of that. But now I can't trade it again. I can't trade it again until it's in a higher swing. So that means it's got to get up above the weekly trading zone right now. Okay. A little tiny bit of blue on that one. All right. So the Russell, now the crude oil and the Russell. Russell's changing direction. Russell seems to be leading the pack here with the indices. Like this right in here, it looks like, right? Well, the green got into the black right there, so we ended up with no trade because the green got into the black. But the zone here, we're not in a no trade zone on the ES right now, but it's really a place we don't want to trade right now. The other indices are both going sideways. The ES just hasn't gone up to the sideways movement yet. I guess it is, just right here. Huh? All right, so let me go to the live stream for a second. I don't see anything in there. Anybody that has any questions in the live stream, if you have any questions, all you have to do is ask. Okay. All you have to do is ask. Over here on the NQ, change direction, so we need that to pull back up and test the ribbon. On the Russell, we're changing directions. Also need that to pull back up and test the ribbon and watch the NQ for it to close. There it is. Here it is. We'll see what happens with this. It needs to go 8 ticks into profit. Pump the stop to break even. Almost went 8 ticks. There it is. Stop to break even. Stop plus 5. 10. 14. There, we got all 30 on that one. All right, now this is a nice leg length, so get ready for more of that, okay, on the NQ. Get ready for more of that. Here comes another one right here, I believe, right? It's a black arrow on this one because it didn't hit the ribbon, but it's still a trade. I just took it and I got 30 days on it. Okay, watch the Russell here. Now the Russell is going to be pulling it. It already hit the ribbon one, so it doesn't have to hit the ribbon again. You can trade the Russell right here. I just shorted it out. I'm bringing it over to show you. You need to do a 4 ticks into profit, get the stop to break even. Okay, I did take this, and I got 30 ticks on that, and I got 30 ticks on that. Also, I believe that gives me the goal for the day, but let me deal with the Russell trade right here for a minute. And don't have a trade here because we didn't get into the overbought and we didn't hit the ribbon, and I just stopped out on the Russell trade. And now this kind of stinks because I stopped out on that black arrow trade. I cannot take the blue arrow trade because it's got to put in a lower swing. Those are just the rules, right? But let me fill this out, right? The blue arrow should put in a lower swing right now. I can't trade the Russell until it does. Now let me put this on here because I just stopped out on this. This black arrow right here I stopped out on. Hang on. And let me write stuff down. Okay. Hit that. Put us at 66. I believe that's where we got the goal for the day, and then that put us at -10 on the Russell. Okay. So let me slow down for a second. It's 9:37, so it was like 9:36 when I did that. So that's 21 minutes, right? 10, 16 minutes. 16 minutes today. 16 minutes and 7 trades. And let's see where we were at. I'm going to go here and do the spreadsheet for a second. Now, if you're going to read the spreadsheet, you have to read all the CFTC risk disclosures down at the bottom, right? I have to say that whenever I show the spreadsheet. So here we go. Today is 1/26. I'm pretty sure I got the goal for the day right now. I was at 66, 36. No, 66 on the Russell. All right, when I thought I got the goal for the day. And on the Russell, I'm on the NQ. On the Russell right now, we were at 0 when I did that. And nothing on crude, but on the ES, we're at -10. Okay, so we're at $205 a contract when I got the goal for the day. And that took 16 minutes and 7 trades to get it. Let's just do the math on that. For those of you guys who are in the live stream right now or who are in the free trial, the spreadsheet goes back over 2665. Oops, hang on. 2665. The spreadsheet goes back over 10 years with our daily results. I fill it out 3 times during the day. Once right now when I get the goal for the day, once when I start the lesson plan, and once at the end of the session. Okay, the end of the session is at 11:25 is when I fill it out. 11:25 Eastern time. All right, so now to fill out the rest of it, today is the 18th business day of the month. So this becomes an 18. We've now gone 21 days since our last non-green day and 177 business days since our last red business day. This becomes an 18. And this over here, this over here, 18, 18, and this becomes a 177. Okay, so what this all means, for anybody that's watching right now, what this all means is today is the 26th day of January 2024. We made 66 ticks on the NQ. We actually were more than that now there, and we're less than this here right now. But at the time that I got the goal, we were at 66 on the NQ, 0 on the Russell, 0 on crude oil. -10, yes, that put us at $205 a contract, and it took 16 minutes and 7 trades to get to the goal for the day. Now the goal is to reach $100 per contract. Okay, with to reach $100 in profit with one contract on. We were at 205 when I got the goal. That's because it was $150 per contract gain on the NQ that did it. So,
and you're currently trading 13 contracts, correct?
Yes, I'm currently trading 13. That's what comes up right now. When I say when I got the goal for the day, I was at $2,665. That is with 13 contracts on. With 13 contracts, right? Now down here, I'll tell you why we're at 13 contracts. All this stuff is the same on the monthly, on the yearly as it is on the monthly because it's January, right? So $9,032 on the year, 18 days so far on the year, $501 average on the year, daily average on the year. All that is with one contract. Now this area right here is if I quit trading when I get the goal for the day, we have this thing called the 24/20 blueprint, which means if you start trading with one contract and you add a contract for every $2,000 in profit that you make with one contract, then you can slowly work your way up to trading 24 contracts or 20 contracts over 24 months. So last year I started doing that with one contract in January of 2023. I started with one contract and added one contract a month. As long as I made $2,000 per contract, I added one contract a month. So that's why we're at 13 contracts this month, because we were able to add one contract a month all year last year. Now, if you think about it, there's usually 20 business days in a month. Roughly, it averages out to about 20 business days in a month. So if I make $100 my daily goal, and I get my daily goal every day, then that works out to $2,000. Now, a lot of times when I get the goal for the day, it'll be more, like every one of these, anything over 1,300 means I was at more than the daily goal in the trade that got me to the daily goal. Like today is no different. I think I was at like $50 a contract, and then I had a 30-tick NQ trade. That's worth 150. I was at $55 a contract because I had that 30-tick NQ trade that's worth $150. And that put me at 205. So instead of this being 1,300, it's 2,665. And instead of my goal being 100 here, it's 205 because that last trade that I was in just took me well over the goal. Right? If that second trade that I took, the Russell trade, would have hit the target that I had put on it, that was exactly at the goal, then this number would be 1,300. But I only got 10 ticks out of that trade. I didn't actually get the whole goal. So you see, the whole notion of starting with one contract and working your way up is what we wanted to prove to everybody that you can do. And when I do it in 2 hours a day or less, last year we worked a total of 94.7 hours just getting the goal, and we averaged $2,413 per hour last year. Just doing that, starting with one contract and quitting when I got the goal, adding one contract a month, we ended up with $228,547 in the room. Quitting when we get the goal. Right, that's quitting when we get the goal. Not quitting when we get the goal. This is what we ended up with in the room, starting with one contract and trading the whole time in the room. Now, you can't expect to get the same results right away, but over time, you should be doing better than this because I got a million distractions. I'm missing a whole bunch of trades, and ultimately, you just want to get the goal. And last year, let me just show you one more thing. Last year, we didn't usually start at 9:15. We usually started at 9:30. And there's a noticeable difference right here when we started doing that last year in whatever month that is. I think it's September, no, October, August last year when we started doing that. Right in the middle of last year, we started doing it. But you can see all the times in here, there's a lot of them that are 1 minute. And in here, there's not that many that are 1 minute because we added an extra 15 minutes onto every day, starting 15 minutes into the pre-market. Okay. And so you can see all that's added on in there. So if you were to quit trading when you get your goal for the day, you don't really have to work all that long. You don't have to sit there and trade all day. You just trade until you get your goal and then stop trading. That's what everybody should be doing, right? So right now, these numbers are actually different because I had one more of those. So that is actually a 96. And this is a -10. And that is still that, and that is still that. So we're at 305 right now. Total number of trades so far, 78, it looks like. Okay, so that's what puts us here where we are right now with 13 contracts. That's why we're at 13 contracts. We worked our way up to the 13th month now from one contract last year. And so far this year, we've worked 7.51 hours getting the goal for the day. We've averaged $4,609 with 13 contracts on. doing that. Okay, that's what that's all about. So if you're watching in the live stream right now and you have not taken a free trial, I'm going to shut the live stream off right here. Okay, go here to mytradingiq.com, click on this button right here, sign up for your free trial right here. In here, you're gonna be brought to this page. There's no credit card required, but make sure you give us a TradingView login ID right here. Give us a TradingView login ID and username. Okay, if you have NinjaTrader, give us your machine ID. We can set that up for you too. But you want to get that done, and then we'll set your indicators up for you and you have them over the weekend. Okay. And your trial will actually start on Monday, but you can come in for the rest of the day today. Right. Again, that's mytradingiq.com. Big purple button. Right. So while I was saying all that, we had a trade here on the crude. We had a trade here on the Russell. We had a lot of break-even stuff right here on, not a lot of break-even, a lot of sideways stuff on the ES, and it looks like a lot of sideways stuff over here on the NQ. Okay. Now, gases. We had a couple of blue arrows in here, I believe. Not a red one, a blue one. A couple of blue arrows in there. Okay, and that brings us to where we are right now. Now we do have news coming up here at 10 o'clock. I missed that green arrow right there. Now, every time you get a green or a blue arrow, it has to continue the trend. It has to put in a lower swing or a higher swing, depending on what direction you go in. All right, it has to continue the trend. All right, so that was a lot of information. And Terry, you hit your goal. Great, great. Shut it off. It's Friday. You want to quit. You want to quit. You want to quit when you get your goal on a Friday. You don't want to be kicking yourself all weekend and you kept trading when you should have shut it off. All right, so I'm going to stop the live stream right now. And I actually want to see something over here. Let me refresh on that. Okay. And refresh one more time. All right.
I'm going to keep the YouTube stream running for just a little bit.
Okay, you're going to leave the YouTube stream on?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll leave this on for a few more minutes. We can trade a little bit more. I don't have a lesson plan for today because it's Friday. So if you guys have any questions, ask anytime, right? And I'll stop doing what I'm doing. I'll answer your questions. Okay. We've already got the goal for the day. So I can actually slow down and kind of enjoy the day. Relax. Take it slow. So we've got a higher swing here on the crude. We went into no trade zone here. We're in a no trade zone here, and we're not hitting the ribbon, and we're not in the overbought on the Russell. So we don't have a trade here on the Russell. Okay. Yeah, well, what was I thinking? Oh, I know what I was doing. I was showing all the old school stuff from Burger. We want this to pull back up and test the ribbon. We want this to pull back down and test the ribbon. All right. So things have slowed down quite a bit. That's okay. That is okay with me. Let me look at this. All right, that right there is a trade on the Russell. That black arrow right there is a trade. Let me just explain to you guys the colors in the arrows, okay? And why they have different values really too. They should have different values to you and what they actually mean. Hang on, I just clicked something and it just locked up my charts. And on my other screen, I have a message that said that DT Pro charts are okay now. All right, let me get rid of a couple of things on here. Come on, stay with me, charts. Come on. Everything's working in chunks right here. All right, well, I'll just leave that long-term context on because that's the one that we're interested in. Oh, actually, I'll take it. All right. So what we have here is the BBC, which is the leading edge of the ribbon, and the black line, which is the trailing edge of the ribbon. Now, the black line is the thing that disqualifies trades or changes the value of the of the arrows. Right? Either disqualifies things altogether or changes the color of the arrows. Right? Now, we have three different types of arrows. We have black arrows, blue arrows, and green arrows. Right? We have them all right here. You can just look at this little span right here and see them all. So the arrows come when you're in the right trend, the black line is in the right place, and you pull out of the overbought or oversold area down here in the slingshot. Okay, if you had an uptrend, it's pulling out of the oversold is when you're gonna get an arrow. It's the final thing, pulling out of the overbought or oversold, that gives you an arrow. All right, the highest probability arrow is the blue arrow. Now, what makes it a blue arrow? It means that price came and it hit the ribbon. It was coming off the ribbon as it was coming out of the oversold in this case. Okay, that's what it means. It's blue. That's your highest probability trade, the blue arrow right there. Now, going back to what I just said with the spreadsheet, you only need one of those a day, really. You know, one of these blue arrows would get you your goal for the day, and then you'd be done. If you took one or both of those, then you're fine. If you only took this one, well, then you stopped out. Okay, if you only took this one, well, then you stopped out. If you took this one, then you take this one. The stop out is 20 ticks. The profit is 30 ticks. So if you took that one and stopped out, you took that one, you're positive. You that one, you got twice your goal for the day. And you stop trading. You know, if you did that, and then even if you did keep trading, you took this one and you stopped out here, you still got your goal for the day, even after taking that one and stopping out one and stopping out. As long as you get your goal for the day on both of these, you know, this is what would be a 30 tick. These are 30 tick targets on these. So 30 here, 30 there, right? That's 60 minus 20, minus 20. That leaves you with 20, and that's the goal. Now, depending what sequence you did this in, if you only did this one and then you missed both of the wins and you only did this one, like if you missed this win, you took that loss, you missed both those wins, and you took that loss, well, then you're down 40 ticks. So then you, all right, but I mean, in any reasonable sequence, starting here and ending here with these 5 trades, you know, you should definitely have gotten one of the wins out of that, if not 2 or 3. But anyway, the blue arrow comes when it pulls back and it just bounces off the ribbon. That means that, and it's just a quick pullback that bounces off the ribbon. All right, the black arrow here, when price pulls back down and it hits the black arrow, like right here, then if the black arrow stays out of the wrong color in the background, and this wrong color is going to be green. I'm sorry, the wrong color is going to be red. So if it stays out of the red right in here on the pullback, if the black arrow stays out of the red on the pullback, and it bounces up out of the oversold, off of the ribbon after pulling back so deep, then you're going to get the green arrow. Right? The green arrows happen when price pulls back and it hits the black line. While you come out of the oversold, it's a deep pullback into the ribbon, is what the green arrows are. Now the black arrows are pullbacks that get you into the oversold, but they don't pull back deep enough to get into the ribbon. All right, so the black arrows happen a lot more often. And you would think, just looking at this, that why don't I just take the black arrows? Well, 1, you'd be over trading, and 2, a lot of them, you know, they happen so fast that you'd end up getting in it, and it wouldn't work out for you long term. If you just keep taking the black arrows, it's not going to work out. Right? Let me just tell you, statistically, it's not going to work out. You have a much larger sample plan, sample group, test group, but fewer better trades, bigger trades are what you really want to do. And those are going to be your blue arrows. All right. A little education for you, everyone. So this right here, the context, you know, that's in day 2 of the lesson plan. If you want to get into the lesson plan, sign up for the free trial. We'll show you the lesson plan next week. It's on Tuesday next week. All right, so I'm going to put the rest of it back on here. See, the green is to keep you out of short trades. When price pulls back too deep, the black gets in the green, no more shorts. All right. See, if you would have not taken this, if we didn't have the if we didn't have the green arrow disqualifying, I mean, the green area behind here disqualifying you right here on this short trade, this pullback that says it's pulled back too deep, do not take this trade. Then just following the rules that I just gave you would have a green arrow right here because we came out of the overbought in a downtrend. But the black line kept you out of that. And if you would have gotten it, it would have stopped you out right there. All right, if it would have triggered you in anyway, it would have just stopped out. So that's what this background code, the context is for, is to keep you trading in the right direction most of the time. Now, let me say one more thing about stop outs and all that. Stop outs happen, all right? They happen to everybody. They've happened to me a couple times today, but they happen to everybody. Why? Well, because we don't know when the market is going to turn exactly, all right? We know that the market's always going up and down like this and up and down like this, but eventually the down part gets a little bigger and the up part gets a little smaller, right? And then the down part gets a little bigger. And the down part gets a little bigger, or stays the same size, maybe gets a little bit bigger. But you're still going to get a trade trigger in here. You'll still get a trigger right here. And when it stops putting in higher swings and it does this at the actual trend change, you know, this one right here is not going to go up. It's still taking the trade. It's still going to trigger the trade, but this one here is not going to go up. So it's probably going to stop you out. And this is going to be the short pullback. This leg right here, back on the way up, is now this leg right here on the way down. You see? So you probably get stopped out on this first one again. Stopped out is part of it. It's just telling you that you're at a trend change. More than likely, you're going into chop or you're at a trend change. So you get stopped out one time, and then you wait. Right? That's why the rules say if you get stopped out, it has to. It doesn't matter. Every trade you take has to continue the trend. It doesn't even matter if you get stopped out. Every trade you take has to continue the trend. That prevents you from getting stopped out 2 times in a row. If it starts to get into some chop right here, you don't get stopped out there and then there and then there, waiting for that one move that's going to go up like that. That's why we have the rules that we have. Okay. So, sorry about all that. I know I got off on a tangent there. But, okay. We are back to normal. Is that makes sense to everybody? What market were we messing with on that? I don't think I put everything back on, did I? It should be pretty obvious to me. Yeah, it's this one, the Russell. Okay, so we can put the rest of the ribbon back on. We have the upper band, we have the lower band, we have all the arrows, we have the long-term, short-term context, and the no trade zone. Okay, so everything's back in here. All right. Does anybody have any questions? The ES is about to give a trade here on a short right now on the down close. If we got it, be 18 down to 16. 18 down to 16. Over here on the NQ, we want that to pull back down, hit the ribbon. Over here on the crude oil, we want that to pull back down and hit the ribbon. The ES is primed to take a trade right here. Now, it's not looking like a strong trade because the ES is looking pretty weak right here. But this is it. The sell stop limit is right there. 8 ticks from the top of the bar. All right, now the top of the bar just changed. So now the stop limit, the sell stop has to change. All right, now this is still a good trade. If it closes down and it pulls out of the oversold, a minute ago was a better trade. But now there's a chance it won't be a trade. I'm going to cancel the order. See, and you can do that. You can cancel the order if it turns into like no trade. All right, I am going to shut off the live stream now. I just went probably a little bit too deep into stuff for the live streamers. Again, if you have any questions, you want to take the free trial, go to mytradingiq.com and sign up for the free trial there. Okay. If you want to take the free trial, go to mytradingiq.com. The trial really is free. No credit card required. All right. Have a good weekend. The live stream is done. Okay. On the NQ, we need that to pull back down and test the ribbon. On the ES, we're just going sideways. On the Russell, we're also just going sideways. And we needed to get just a little deeper here on the crude. We didn't hit the ribbon and we're not oversold. So that needed to go down just a little bit further. All right, now over here on the NQ, we just about have a trade. There it is. There's a trade. I'm long right now. Here it is. Stop should go to break even. Ooh, I tried to throw my stop at break even and it ended up stopping me out. I didn't move fast enough. All right, it looks like I got a really good entry on that. I ended up stopping out on that, so let me put it in there. Bang. Okay. So all that stuff that I was doing over here on the Russell a few minutes ago, I thought I was on the NQ. It's $5 a tick either way. But the blue arrows, if you have a 30-tick target, the blue arrows are still in here when I was talking about this. If you're on the NQ, you have a 30-tick target, and the blue arrows are still $150. But I thought I was on the NQ. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same. And I still have a 30-tick target, so all that remains the same. All right, on the, I just realized that. We have a news just came out. Yeah, medium impact news just came out. This needs to put in a higher swing right here, and it didn't. I guess I took that trade right on the news, didn't I? I wasn't even thinking about the news. What did the news come out with? That's going to be in here. In here. Pending home sales came in 8.3%. Man, they had a huge miss on that. Huge miss. I don't believe it. I really don't. Thank you for reminding me about that, John. All right, so right now on the Russell, we're going back up and testing the ribbon. We need a down close off of that, and there's the down close. Here it is, and it has gone 4 ticks into profit, so my stop's going to break even. My stop is going to plus 10, and I'm out with plus 10 on that one. Should put in a lower swing and then pull back and do it all over again. That's what it should do. Here's the lower swing. Now it should pull back and do it all over again. All right. The crude oil's got to pull back just a little bit deeper. A down close on this bar will probably get this down into the oversold. I don't know for sure. Yeah. All right. So we're looking for the Russell to pull back up and test the ribbon. All right, I didn't do the black arrow right here. If I did do it, we'd bump the stop to break even, but I missed it. So I'm looking for it to get all the way back to the ribbon right now. And there it is at the ribbon. I mean, down close from this 95.2 down to 94.4. I know it's 95.5. Crap. That was a horrible fill. I needed to move my order on that one. That's my mistake. Oh, it was in the wrong place. And my stop's in the wrong place. So we need 4 ticks in profit to get that stop to break even. A couple more. There it is. Stop to break even. It should get down to the swing low right here. I'm going to lock in 1 tick because I messed that one up pretty bad. It should get below the swing low right here. And look at the leg lengths on it. How far down should it go? It should have a nice move right here, really. Got the 1 tick, but it should have a nice move down right here. Do you guys see that? Why it should have that nice move down? And do you see my horrible fill? My wrong entry, all that stuff. I did everything wrong except for not panicking when I did that. All right, so it's 10:05. Now we'd normally be getting into lesson plan here in 10 minutes. But we don't have one of those today. right? So we're overbought here on the NQ. The NQ is given a trade right here. Black arrow. I just took it. I don't know what it's going to do, but I just took it. It didn't come off the ribbon, so stop to break even on this. I was taking a chance on this one because the last one didn't quite hit the ribbon either. It's a lower high on this. Good luck at 4 on it. So from 1 4. 8. It's going to get 8 or 30 on this. I think we're going to get it. There it is. All 30. Sweet. This right here, watch the leg length. You see how the leg length just increased from here to here? Okay. I missed the one over here on the Russell. I was doing that one there. Look at the leg length. Okay, so the leg length, the complete leg length now is from here to here. Here to here. Everybody with me so far? Who is in here today? Bart, everything come up normal this morning for you? James. Robert P. Did you make it in yesterday, Robert? I didn't sign up for the trial 2 days ago, but I didn't know if you made it in yesterday. Chris, glad you're here too. Robert P. Whatever you type in, I missed this one. I was looking over there at the people in the room. I totally missed this blue arrow right here. The blue arrow is the highest probability trade. What was I just going to say? Oh, yeah, whatever you type into the room, the only people who can see it are me, Bert, and Dwayne. Robert P. So, you're not going to have people jumping all over you if you type in something that may or may not make sense, or come out right, or be exactly what you meant, or you might think is a silly question. Right? Nobody's going to jump all over you. So if you have questions, type them in. And because I don't have a lesson plan for today, it's Friday, no lesson plan. Oops. Why did I put a blue arrow on? I didn't get that, did I? The last one that I got was over here. I was just noticing it. I didn't take that trade. I think this was the last one that I took. I was just pointing out this is a blue arrow right here. Sorry, I did not take that. Did you use, what browser did you use to get in, Bart? We changed directions here, guys. It has to bounce off the ribbon. That black arrow is not a trade. Okay, there was something messed up with your the blue one. Your Chrome browser was the only one working properly last night. At the end, the other one was too, but wasn't working right in the beginning. All right, we're in a no trade zone here, so we can't take anything off the ribbon on the ES. We need to hit the ribbon over here on the NQ. We're oversold, so if it pulls down, this bar closes down. The next one, there it is. Next one is hitting the ribbon. That's what we're looking for. Now, this is just a pullback in a bigger downtrend, guys. So we're probably, if this bar closes down, there's going to be no trade. If it closes up, we might get a green arrow. Right, there's no trade. Good. I really didn't want to take a long right here because, see, the bigger trend is down right now, I think. We have lower highs and lower lows in the bigger picture. So as ugly as it is, I think the bigger trend is down right here. Now I kind of want to go look at the bigger time frame, the stuff that we talked about yesterday and last night in the partners meeting, and see how things panned out. DT Pro apparently had some charting issues this morning that they said they got resolved. So hopefully they did. But let's look and see. So we were saying yesterday, was it yesterday or last night? That this triangle that we had formed yesterday right here was coming to a head and it was going to have to break out on one side or the other. And the darn thing broke out on both sides. See this? It gave a fake out to the downside, and that's what I was concerned with yesterday. The down move was going to be a fake out. And this is what it was like when we were looking at it yesterday. So we just dragged it all out a little bit more, right? And the NQ was doing the same thing. Now I don't know what the NQ is doing today. but let's back it out some and see if it is doing. No, the NQ actually did break out. Okay, to the downside. So yesterday, this is what we're looking at. Right, on the 30-minute chart. This is what we were looking at. And we're saying that it's coming to a head and it's going to break out on one side or the other. The NQ broke out to the downside. The ES is probably giving a head fake to the upside right now. The Russell was kind of doing its own thing. It usually does. Right here, let me get rid of all the stuff that's on here. So
reminder to everyone on YouTube, this is live trading, live in real time. We're currently trading 13 contracts. So any trades you see put on, this is real money on the line, and we've worked our way up over the past year to 13 contracts. So thanks for joining us this morning. I'm going to continue to let the stream run for a little bit longer. If you want to take a 5-day free trial, no credit card required, go to mytradingiq.com. The link is at the top of the page.
That's not bullish either. Problem is we got a weekly trading zone right here. Right, the weekly trading zone and the ribbon is right here. So they're kind of jammed up. We'll see what way it resolves. But I'm thinking these two are probably going to resolve to the downside. I don't know. Took that trade to get better with the DOM, just practice. Which trade did you take, Kristen? Which one? That blue arrow that I didn't take? This one right here. It's just practice. And you know, are you using DT, right? Are you using the DT DOM? I don't remember. CQG, that's right. The CQG DOM. I don't remember what that works like, but it's just going to be practice with that too. I don't know if it's got a break even button. I don't know how to move the stops with it. It doesn't have a break even button. Okay. It might, you know, you just don't know how to find it. It's possible that it does. The data for the DT Pro DOM is CQG data that they use. It's just on the StoneX DOM, really. All right, so the Russell's got a chance at a trade here. Now we're not in the oversold and we're not on the ribbon, so we don't actually have a trade, but it's got a chance at a trade right here. All right, let's go down just a little bit more here. That did not hit the ribbon. All right, this one's going to hit it, I think. Come on. There it is. That's low enough. 95.1 up to 95.9. At 8, I almost did the math wrong. Man, now 95.0 up to 95.8. Now it's going down a lot deeper. I don't know if we're going to end with a trade here or not. I'm going to drag it over, but I ran into my keyboard with my mouse. 94.5 up to 95.3. You see why that's there, right? The top of the bar is going to be right here at 95.2. Now it's ended up being nothing. Okay, but the top of the bar was going to be right there at 95.2. And it was 95.2. Yeah, I had played with the CQG DOM one time a couple months ago when I was looking at something for Andre, I think. Somebody who asked about Canadian guy. That's what it was. The guy, that fella yesterday. I didn't give him the information for that person over global. All right. So Robert P. This probably all looks a lot foreign to you. The rules for all the trades that we do in the air are right here. If you go to mytradingiq.com, look at trade rules. These are the rules for all the trades that we do. These rules, no matter what charting platform you have, these rules have to apply. All trades have to be with the trend. They have to come after a higher or lower swing. All trades must be in the long-term trend direction. Okay. Then all of this stuff is what I'm doing, the decisions that are being made by the market to satisfy the requirements for the rules. This right here on the NQ is a blue arrow. The blue arrow is the highest probability trade. Now it's a little choppy in here. Okay. After 8 ticks in profit, the stop goes to break even. It starts out with a 20 tick stop. Right? It's a little choppy in here, so it may just stop me out. Right now I'm up 106 ticks on the NQ, and now I'm up 86 ticks on the NQ. Because that one stopped me out. I was a little concerned about this, the way it's consolidating right here. Now I cannot take that green arrow, right? I cannot take the green arrow because it did not put in a higher swing. Okay, makes sense. It's actually warm here today. Yeah, the door open. Stuff like that. I emptied and refilled the hot tub yesterday. It was warm enough to do all that. All right. So on the NQ, we want that to pull back up and test the ribbon here. On the Russell, we want that to pull back up and test the ribbon there. All right, we have direction changes on both of them. All right, so this is probably going to give a black arrow on a down close, but we want to wait. Right, the black arrow like this one that just happened over here on the Russell. Probably get one of those on the NQ too. But I'm still going to wait. Okay. I want to go up and hit the ribbon. And there, that's what I was waiting for. Tested the ribbon. Now we need a down close on that bar on the NQ. That would be a green arrow if we get it. It pulls out of the overbought. It'd be a green arrow. There it is. Here it stops going to break even. Stops +4. Stopped plus 12. It was 12. 12 or 16. I think it was 12. Okay, so I walked you through that whole trade, the whole thing, as I was coming down there. Entry to exit. Now, the last black arrow did put in a nice lower swing. It's pretty clear that we have a downtrend going here on the Russell. If you want to take that black arrow, I'm not. I'm going to wait for it to pull back and hit the ribbon like I always do. I'm in no rush putting on the trade. Right now, I am sitting at +98 on the NQ, +1 on the Russell, and -10 on the ES. Still no trades on crude. No trades on the crude oil. Okay. Steven, the link to that other thing, let me get it for you. I can remember how to do this. It's in here. This. I don't know how to do that. What is your, Steven, what is your, oh, hey, never mind. I just figured out how to do this. All right. Again, I clicked on the wrong thing. All right. So while I was doing that, I missed this blue arrow right here. Didn't you guys get that blue arrow? I did not. So we need to pull back down and test the ribbon, or it doesn't actually have to hit the ribbon now. All right, good. It's already done it. And it is 10:22. So we have about just a little over an hour left in here, guys. A little bit over an hour. Scrolling down, looking back over here really quickly. Scrolling down this list over here. All right. So we need to pull back down here. We need this to pull back down here. Consistently profitable. That's what you want to be, right? Day after day after day, getting the goal. Day after day after day. All that green in there. Look. That was our last day we didn't get the goal, I think. Wasn't it? No, we had one in December. Yeah, one in December. 12/26, the day after Christmas. Why was I trading the day after Christmas? So maybe I should have got that day off. Anyway. This is always a nightmare. We want an up close right here. We want it to pull out of, it's got to pull out of the oversold here on the NQ right now. So if it pulls out of the oversold right here, we will have a trading opportunity. We'll have a green arrow. If it does it right now, we're going to have no arrow, I don't think. I really have to wait and see. No arrow. You see how the black got into the red right there? That's saying it's pulled back too deep. So skip it. That's what it's saying right in there. It's pulled back too deep to trade. I missed this over here on the Russell. Totally missed it there on the Russell. Okay. So we got a little bit higher swing here on the Russell. We're in the oversold, so we're going to have a trade here on an up close of this bar right now, no matter whether it pulls it out of the oversold. Because right now it might be a green arrow now, so now it has to pull it out of the oversold. There's going to be 93.5 up to 94.3 is what I'm going to buy on. Okay. And yeah, you see it just went right through it, and it totally screwed me up. Okay. Anyway, that was exactly what you wanted to see right there, and unfortunately it did not happen exactly right with me, but I did get some slippage on it. I am in it here. I'm sorry, I did get slippage and I am in it, but it took a minute. Put my stop in the right place. Okay, so we need 4 ticks in profit to get the stop to break even. 4 ticks in profit to get the stop to break even. I should have been out of this trade already, but I had a horrible fill. It had this huge delay between it actually showing the fill. I heard the ding before it actually showed it on the DOM. It was like there was a delay between all of that. All right, so we'll let it play out. We have 10 ticks risk on it. It should get up to the prior swing high up here at 95.9, and it did not. It stopped me out. That was a horrible fill. I did everything right on that, but it happens sometimes. All right. Why was there a blue highlighted target on NQ? Blue highlighted target on the NQ. Let's pull this up. It's 17,560. You took the blue arrow and set the stop there. 17,560. Up here, this one up here. Blue arrow over 560 is gone now. There was a blue arrow up here at some point. This is one that I took. This is one that I took. You know, these blue arrows are the ones that I actually take. These blue arrows are the ones that are put on by the chart. But I don't have targets in numbers. If there was a blue arrow up here, it was accidental. Because there was no reason to, I mean, it went up there. It figures I'm not recording right now. The blue was over 17,560 on the chart. You mean a blue arrow like this one was over 17,560 on the chart, like that? Is that what you mean, James? I don't. Terry says you may be talking about the dashed lines. I don't know. I don't see anything there. And it's possible that I put a blue arrow over here by accident, but there's no reason to have a blue arrow there. Okay, the blue arrow here was triggered automatically. This is the trade that I actually took. And what did I get on that trade? I got a little bit. I think I got 12 ticks or something like that. There's no reason to have a blue arrow up here. It's not a shorting opportunity at all. So I'm not sure. I don't remember there being a blue arrow there. You talking about the dashed lines from the cursor? Anything like that? Mm-hmm. The number was highlighted in blue. I don't know. I don't know why it was highlighted in blue. I mean, over here on the side. Okay. All right. Sorry. Put this over here. There and that there.
Okay, folks, that's going to do it this morning for our YouTube live stream. I encourage you to join us for a 5-day free trial.
Right now, James. That's why
no credit card required.
See what's going on.
Just go to mytradingiq.com.
I shut off
the link is at the top of the page. And then we'll be back again today at 12 noon Eastern, right here, youtube.com/CFRN. The room will continue running until 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We take a 30-minute break, and we'll be back at 12 noon Eastern. Thanks for joining us today.
Now that I can use it with this, because everything happens so fast in here.
Remember, trading is risky. You can lose all of your money and then some. Make sure you find somebody to teach you how to trade so you don't